it's actually snowing a bit in some parts. It isn't here right now. As well, there's supposed to be a big drone light show around this area today. I didn't know if the weather would cooperate, so I guess I'll check it out later, if it happens anyways. And with that in mind, what's going on today? Lots of cold weather in a lot of places, and it was kind of interesting reading this one where it talks about they're potentially going to use drones to help keep wind turbines running efficiently, I guess, during the cold. This one says, drone project will look to make wind turbines more efficient. A new research project is working to use autonomous drones in the winter to see if they can make wind turbines more efficient when icing occurs. The project from Aarhus University believes that drones are capable of scanning, detecting, and reporting icing on the blades of the turbines, a significant problem during the winter, to make the overall wind farm more energy efficient. The project will use drones equipped with different sensors like RGB cameras, thermal cameras, LiDAR, ultrasound, and more to identify the best combination of technologies and artificial intelligence algorithms. And they're doing it soon too, like right next year. It says the first test will be on the offshore wind turbines in January of 2023 after researchers will use calculations and models to find the correct combination of technology that works. And as the guy says here, it's damn hard to detect ice on turbine blades because ice is transparent. We're also going to develop an AI-controlled algorithm that uses advanced image recognition to see the difference between blades with and without icing. At first when I read the article, I thought they were going to say that drones were going to go de-ice them somehow, maybe with like, I don't know, portable heat or something like that. But either way, using the tech in a good way. And currently there's still a lot of talk about wars and stuff around the world. Although I read this one, it got me to think, because you remember it was a Canadian Armed Forces gentleman that did the drone exam on me. And according to this, it says the armed forces are potentially going to collapse, I guess, with recruitment issues. This says the Canadian Armed Forces are heading for a titanic collapse. The Titanic says General Wayne R., the Chief of the Defense Staff of the Canadian Armed Forces, is sinking. The CAF is estimated to be short-staffed by about 10,000 members. General R. said in October, and he wants to add 5,000 more to their ranks. To achieve this, he called for a whole-of-society effort for the military while it attempts to solve its recruitment and staffing problems. We need to rebuild the armed forces, we need to get the numbers back up, he said, and we've got to do it with a sense of urgency and priority because it is affecting our ability to respond around the world. I wonder what the issue is. Are people just not wanting to go into this, I guess, line of duty per se? I did read online, some people were saying they were having issues with things like applications where it takes forever, so eventually they just give up. I remember the person telling me too, where one of the big reasons why he started to fly things like a drone is because for things like his cadets, in order to motivate them, apparently, he said when he talked about things like traditional manned aircraft and all that, it would just be like, okay, whatever, like they've seen them. But the second he talked about drones, he said their eyes lit up, so that's when he knew. I guess that it was something that a younger generation would really enjoy, I guess. And I read this quickly, which I thought would be interesting for some of you as well, because you would wonder, like I mentioned here, whenever it snows, it seems like every year people are unprepared. So why is that? And according to this, it seems like they could be blaming it on things like budget compared to other provinces in the country, or potentially just people not preparing. This one says, budgets, bridges, and tires, why Metro Vancouver seems to struggle with 15 centimeters of snow. So you can see they break it down in terms of how much other places spend to manage things like the snow. Like here it says, how many millions of dollars do major Canadian cities budget each year for snow removal? It says Montreal's like 187 million, Toronto's 109 million, and then when you go down, I guess, to Metro Vancouver, all of it is 10 million, and Vancouver is 4 million. So they're saying, I guess that could be a factor, we just don't budget enough. But then I guess they target the actual drivers and all that. It says snow tires and responsibility. At the same time, some of the problems come down to individual behavior. A 2021 survey commissioned by the Tire and Rubber Association of Canada found only 57% of British Columbians own snow tires compared to the Canadian average of 76%. That does sound really low overall, but ultimately, would you blame it on individual people for not having things like, say, snow tires, or do you blame it on things like budgets? update for you guys. I thought I was going to see like a drone show, maybe video some stuff to show you guys as well, since I know a lot of you are interested in this stuff too. But unfortunately, they canceled the event because they couldn't get the drones to take off. Not because of the weather, but because of the area they're in. Apparently there was too much Wi-Fi interference, so all the communication was getting messed up. Something they didn't anticipate, huh? Another time, I guess. Alright, see you guys later.